Some people are making up new ones as well. I'm sure I've heard concourse. Yo, the concourse, the chicken concourse, or couscous. No one said couscous, that would be jokes. But people, here we are. Outside Stockwell station. We're gonna go to a place called Taste More. We're trying to taste chicken, chips and burgers, and a juice. We are not trying to taste more than that. Going off of the theme from the previous week, side B, the week before, side A, I thought I'd complete the trifecta. It's not officially part of the pack, but I think it's part of the pack because it dropped a couple months after maybe. Listen, people, let's get into the credit check, yeah? Boom, bow. On foot today, I've got a Nike Air Max 90 vinyl. Look at the tongue. It's not just premium leathers, it's got vinyl on there. Clean, serious leathers. Leathers on the U-throw, lenticular swoosh. You can see if you look at the little air ting as well, got the vinyl stripes round there, nubuck overlays. People, these are one of the coldest 90s in the most subtle colorway to cut through. The midsole and the aglets being a shade of tinted blue. I can't remember what it's about, DJs will know. It's something to do with light and dark and the turntables, and it kind of looks a certain way in certain lighting and rare tear tear. But that's enough of the crap. It's time to get into the food. I'm gonna cross the road to get chicken. Okay, could I get the fillet burger meal and then 4 wings as well? I could already tell there's gonna be operational problems with the burger. Assembly, you'll see. But people, we're gonna get into the Young Palate Cleanser. Fanta Fruit Twist, it used to be a staple in the community. It does now have sweeteners. I'm just checking to confirm if it's as dead as I expect it to be. What do you call an aftertaste that comes before the after? Before taste? Chalky. There should be an alternative, at least. Just give me an alternative. I'll pay 15p more. Full sugar. How about that? So, people, we did pain already. This is the problem. Sometimes, when the QC is low, they're not checking properly. You can't actually eat the green. It's definitely not apple flavored, I can tell you that much. No pepper, just salt and vinegar. I think this is the highest echelon of working class chips. Made it to the top of the firm, head contractor, project manager on the site. It could still do with some pepper, but real potato, 100%. Interior densely packed. The only downside really is the lack of uniformity. The chippy chips. They command a very respectable 4 point. What are they really? Really and truly, it's a 4.1 at most. 4.2. These are 4.1. Need to cleanse my palate again. It's not hitting the same, it's not even as sweet as it used to be. Obviously, because they're using the sweeteners now, the fake ones, onto the wings. You can see the hairs. Now my fingers are already too greasy to actually pluck them. I'm gonna have to eat it, and hopefully the hydrochloric acid in my belly will do bits and dissolve it. Now, as you can tell, the edges were dry. You can see the translucence before you can see the flesh. That is a sign that it has been over dried. It might be looking good, it's not tasting good. Scoville units missing, a lot of chewy flesh. We are getting some whispers of Scoville units actually. See if the drumstick is gonna do any better, the drumlet. The flesh is indeed dry. Do have some anatomy in there. Flesh is tough and dry and not too flavorful. Kebab shop twang, barely making an appearance here. Cartilage is all right, chewy enough, it's definitely been cooked. Bread in, rather higgy-hagga. Cartilage missing from the top. Not good wings, people. Both in aesthetics and in flavors. In flavors, it can kind of cut through. When you think of good wings, When you speak of good wings, when you imagine good wings, this ain't it. The flats are more succulent though, so I definitely recommend requesting that if you are gonna be here. Wings can hold they're not great, but they're not bad. They're like a 2.8. Another palate cleanse. If you asked me 15 years ago if there would ever be a day I would regret copping a Fanta fruit twist, I would bet my house on it. That would be a lie, and I would indeed be homeless today. Burger. Assembly is not too bad. You can see it's toasted on both sides. The part you didn't see, that I did see. If you ask, oh, you want mayo, you want salad, lettuce? I said, yeah, lettuce and burger sauce.
Lettuce and mayonnaise, my friend?
No mayonnaise. Do you have burger sauce?
Lettuce and burger sauce, yeah?
Yeah, do you have barbecue sauce?
No barbecue, burger sauce.
All right.
Burger sauce, yeah?
On both sides.
Yeah.
Put the lettuce on first, before the burger sauce. So we don't have that protective glaze stopping the moisture from being absorbed directly, lettuce to bun. So we're gonna have soggy bun, regardless of it being toasted. And this is looking like a weighty fillet. What is that? Wow. I thought there was mayo on the bun, on this side. I thought, rah, that's mayo-y. That's not mayo, that's just soggy, wet bun from the lettuce. So we're not gonna attack that side because we know how bad that's gonna be, but let's attack this side with the burger sauce. Hey, the burger sauce is raw. It didn't cut it down at all. Bonus points on that. The bun is well floured. The fillet itself, the breading ain't saying much. It does have, you know, 1-2 textures. Can't say it's particularly seasoned well. Tastes like it barely got salt in there. Should be peppered off. It would be nicer if it was, but it's not. The fillet is a respectable fillet though. That we cannot kid ourselves about. It's a proper fillet. It's not a joke thing. Overall, it's a pretty decent, but I can't lie, it's a bit too floured. The grip is a bit excessive here. You know, this looks like, actually, people could get in a decent gym sesh, you know, chalk up the calluses. But anywho, the burger, it definitely has too much flour. The fillet dimensions are good. The fillet flavor, not bad, but it's not saying much, really and truly. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It's a 3.9 for the burger. It's a good burger. The fillet just needs a lot of, it needs work, it needs flavors. There's nothing going in here in that department. Shop overall, the prices are kind of peaked when I deep it. That's a spider. I saw it just dangling about and I slapped it because I thought it was a fly. That's wild. Anywho, people, overall the shop, I'm gonna have to say, is a very respectable. Is it respectable? Is it really? Yeah, it is, I can't lie. The price is peak, but I can't front. They got a couple bits here and there. It's not the best, it's not ideal, but you can cut through. Overall, I think it's a fairly decent 3.8. I'd say if the prices were better, you know, I could large them up a bit more. Shout out Cody, because people were saying side A's look sick, side B's look sick. Seen the details on these vinyls, they look sick. He's done a lot of crep. There's his Instagram. Check out the highlights. He's moved on to a different brand, Allbirds, but pre the highlights, he's slightly goated. Slyly. I'm saying slyly, it's not sly at all. I've waffled enough. Pre the episodes. And little Portugal people. Little Portugal.